Okay, so using our web interface on laptop, we set up a pattern much quicker, as I said, than trying to dial everything, and that's gonna be pattern number 3. I called it Spectrum. It's This pattern is dedicated to not to the drummer, but to any other fellows you have in a band who are jealous that you have such a nice piece of equipment. And let's say they play in keys or any other MIDI device, and they want to join the party. So I have a MIDI keyboard sitting right over here next to me. It's use a stand spare drum, and let's see what happened. So we can play some music, and it's gonna show up on your drums. So something like this. Cool thing about it is you can program pretty much any note on your MIDI device to any channel, as well as you can place your LEDs anywhere on the stage and pretty much running the show by yourself. Also, our device has a DMX out, so we have 24 channels of DMX coming out in groups of 3. So for every channel, like, I don't know, let's say one note on a MIDI keyboard, or your analog channel, it's gonna be 3 DMX channels.
So you could run a 3-color Parcan,
yeah,
from each output, basically.
pretty much, or you can control other like
moving head
or
right.
switching color or anything
Hmm.
on the DMX.
Now the DMX, that occurs from the analog input from the drum triggers, and it also occurs from the MIDI.
Yes, it works independently pretty much. On the device you can set up input for analog or MIDI, or you can set up as a mix, so it's gonna react and on the analog triggers and as well as MIDI device. In either case, you will have your DMX out running. Another few features are our device has a MIDI out. So for this setup I have analog triggers all over my drum kit, and I can plug let's say laptop, like computer, or a drum machine, and our device along with analog triggers will work as analog to MIDI converter. So we can play acoustic drums and have it recorded as a MIDI. What else?
Now, possibly for a teaching tool, you could basically put MIDI output from your laptop computer or from whatever MIDI teaching, and you could then teach a person how to drum from this device as well.
Exactly. Let's say we have here not a MIDI keyboard, but your
A program or something.
laptop, or programmed drum machine, or pretty much anything, and it's gonna work almost like Guitar Hero. You know, you see the light, hit it. Simple as that. So
And at various speeds that you'd want to learn at.
of course, because it's a digital MIDI, you can program it, like, you can speed it up, you can slow it down, you can change the colors, like, pretty much do anything with it.
That's good.
So another good thing about this device is, let's say at some point you don't want your system to blinking on a stage. all you need to do is just to press this button, output mute, and that's it. The device is still working, but all the lights are turned off. And it shows you that
Just like a channel mute on a console, it says I'm muted.
pretty much, yeah. Press it again, that's it. It's all back on. So without turning off the device, you have like small extra feature.
And the mute also kills the backlights too if you have them on as well.
Yes, for example, we'll get back to our pattern with a backlight. So right now it works, right? If you press output mute, everything is off. So press it again, you have it running.
So if you wanted to give them a surprise at the end of the show in your drum solo, you could run totally unlit until the very end,
Yep.
and then surprise the crowd at the end of the show.
Yeah, and in the end, crowd is yours. I can guarantee it. We already tried it once. So that's pretty much it. So let me summarize. We have 8 analog inputs. We have for the triggers. We have MIDI input from our MIDI device. Oh, forgot to mention, we have a sensitivity on every single analog trigger, so you can see it, let's say on a snare. Dial it to 0, nothing happens. So
Now that would also be good for preventing crosstalk between the drums as well.
of course, especially on the cymbals, you would love to have it fine-tuned because cymbal by its nature, it's vibrating for a while, so that's why I put a trigger on a bell from inside, so it looks cool. You can see it like from a crowd, and you're preventing the crosstalk on a trigger. We have a MIDI out, so our device works as well as analog to MIDI converter, which I believe like $200-300 on the market themselves. We have a DMX out, which works with analog or MIDI in. We have double metronome. We have flashing. Let me go back to it. So let's say you just want something to blink. You don't want to wear headphones, like I hate them. It just gives you a little bit of reference.
Now that also gives you click track output as well.
And as well, we have what is it? We can plug headphones. We even put some volume knob, so depends on your hearing abilities. You can dial it up or down.